I'm still trying to figure out my new hairstyle, so please forgive me for that if I'm messing with it throughout this whole video. Hi guys, Sky here. Even though the title of this video sounds like a joke, it is very much not. This is, in fact, a very serious video. Also, just because I'm wearing pink does not mean this is When Fate Comes Knocking related. This is my comfort hoodie now. So, there's no lore in this video. Besides, like, myself, like, in real life, I guess. I've been trying to, like, find the best way to do this, and, I guess this is how it's gonna go down. So, I really thought the title, coming out on a Tuesday would be kind of funny, and it was kind of the main reason I decided to do it today and not push it off, because I was like, hey, it'd be kind of a fun thing to remember this video by. It'd be easy for me to remember, essentially, the the date that this video goes out. But yeah, so I would ask for you guys, if you have questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that, to like watch the entire video before asking questions and stuff in the comments, mainly just because I might answer your question in this video. So before asking your question, just watch the video before you ask it, I guess. I got my emotional support plushie right here to help me get through this, because I've been trying to make this video for a really long time, or at least I've been wanting to make this video for a really long time, and I finally talked to all my family members about this, so now I feel comfortable talking to you guys about all of this. So, for those who don't want to watch the whole video, that's totally understandable. I'll kind of give a really brief summary, kind of like a too long didn't watch sort of thing right here. Nothing's gonna change on my YouTube channel side of stuff. I'm still gonna make videos. I'm still gonna be posting. I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. Well, there are a few things wrong, but we'll get into that. On the YouTube side of things, nothing's gonna be changing. I'm going to still be posting Five Nights at Freddy's and like horror shorts and When Fate Comes Knocking and stuff. And all of those different things. It's just, the vibe might be a little bit different, and the time in between videos might be longer, so it might take me longer to be able to post videos. But we'll get into that in more detail. If for whatever reason you don't want to watch the rest of the video, there's that. And now for the long explanation, I guess, of everything. I basically felt like I've been hiding my true feelings for a really long time, and that I've been kind of, I guess, masking for my YouTube videos and stuff like that, kind of playing a character of myself, and I'd rather just finally put all that to rest and officially come out today. So yeah, I'm getting a phone call. Well, I just got off the phone with a buddy. Hello buddy, if you're watching this. So yeah, enough like kind of beating around the bush, I guess. So I'm gonna do my best to explain everything to the best of my ability and all that sort of stuff. But so essentially, I was raised in a very conservative Christian household. I became a Christian at a very young age. I went to church every week. I did all the motions of the oceans and stuff, and I really, really thought that I was doing the right thing with my life and all that stuff. Over the course of like the last 2 to 3 years, it's kind of slowly become a realization that I am no longer a Christian. In fact, I am an agnostic atheist now, mainly due to me actually finally looking into a lot of the evidence and like my personal beliefs and stuff like that. I kind of had this epiphany like last year. I think it was probably in April or something like that, but essentially I had an epiphany where I realized that I wasn't necessarily living the religion as my own. I was living my parents' religion, and that I didn't actually believe all the same things that they do. So that was quite a big deal for me for a very long time. It still is kind of a weird subject. In fact, I actually just told my family about everything I'm going to talk about in this video, and my parents being the last ones, I told them literally yesterday. And yeah, so I might not be the best person to describe how I feel about religion and stuff like that, so I'm just going to kind of skim over this section. If you want to know more and why I've kind of come to this conclusion, there are 4 YouTube channels that I'm gonna recommend you guys go to, because these people have really helped me kind of realize stuff about myself and my faith and all this stuff throughout the course of this last year. So these people were huge helps to me, and I hope that they can essentially help you guys too if you also have questions and things like that. So I'm going to link them in the description, but I just wanted to give a huge shout out to my favorite YouTubers, or at least favorite scientific / atheistic YouTubers. Now, in no particular order, these people all sort of helped me realize stuff around the same time, so it's not like I like one more than the other, but first off is Emma Thorne. If you're watching this, hi! I really appreciate all your videos, and I really like the way that you're able to like help people realize things and like talk about information so casually and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty awesome. Really do appreciate you. Next up is the Believe It or Not podcast. They just had their 100th episode. I have been watching them for probably about half a year now, and I find them very entertaining, and they talk about a lot of stuff from religion to non-religion stuff, or non-religious stuff, and I just find them very entertaining to listen to, and they're just one of those people that I like to put their podcasts on while I'm working on stuff, and it's very helpful, so keep doing what you guys are doing. Next is Forrest Valkai, or Valkyrie? Valkai? I think it's Valkai. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. I follow you on TikTok, and I also subscribe to your YouTube channel. You're one of the more recent ones that I've found, and I find your explanations on a lot of scientific things incredibly interesting, and like I really like your know-how on pretty much a lot of stuff. I find it very helpful when I have like questions about scientific related stuff that I never really fully learned the, I guess, like scientific way of things being explained. I really enjoy your explanations, and like your TikToks are really fun to watch, and then also your long form content and Reacteria, it's really fun. I really do like it. Keep doing what you're doing. And then lastly, Genetically Modified Skeptic. He is also probably one of the more big channels that I've been watching a lot of his content on. A lot of his content really hits home with how I feel personally, so I'd probably say if you guys have your own questions along the same line or similar line as myself, I'd highly recommend going over to his channel and watching a lot of his videos, because like a lot of them explain stuff that I never even thought about, and kind of like really open my eyes to like a lot of very interesting topics. Religion aside, I have been in weekly therapy for almost an entire year now. I think 1 year would be like towards the end of April, so like, I don't know how many months that is, but it's been a long time to be meeting weekly with a therapist, and like, we talked about tons of stuff. I'm not going to get into crazy details, but like, from my religion, to my sexuality, to my relationships with my family and friends, all sorts of stuff like that. He's a really awesome guy. Shout outs to you if you're watching. And yeah, so essentially, another thing that I wanted to kind of put out there so that you guys are a bit more aware of the situation is, I, after like talking about it for a really long time and like trying to figure out exactly what's going on in my head and all these kinds of stuff, I had an official evaluation by my therapist, who has been he's been a psychologist for over 30 years, so out of everybody, to me, or out of everyone that I could get like an official evaluation from, I assume that because he's been in the business for 30 years, he at least knows what he's talking about. But yeah, so the evaluation basically said that according to all of the traits and stuff I've been showing, that he does believe that I have level 1 autism, which is kind of a big deal for me. Level 1 being essentially high-functioning autism, which makes a lot of sense because it's like I've never really had a ton of issues, but then there are like little things here and there. Now, it is technically only an evaluation, so it's not something that's like an official diagnosis, so I don't personally plan on going around saying that I'm autistic or anything like that until I actually go to take an official by the state test sort of a thing. That was kind of a thing that my therapist and I talked about a lot. It's just kind of expensive to take an official like adult diagnosis test, at least for the time being. So I will be doing that eventually, and I'll probably give you guys an update. But I will say, if it is the case, it does make a lot of things in my life make just a tiny bit more sense. Pretty much growing up undiagnosed with it, I never really got the correct like treatment, and I always kind of stood out in my friend group. And it kind of just, I guess, is more of like a closure kind of thing for myself to at least feel like, I guess, a little justified on why I like was always like a little bit more immature than the rest of my friends and stuff like that. Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it kind of explains some of my weird habits that I've had for ages, and like I've noticed more and more that my weird habits kind of align pretty regularly with like an actual diagnosis of autism. Or yeah, it's weird. It's kind of hard to like fully explain. So I'm just mainly going to leave that there. I'm not saying that I actually have an official diagnosis or anything. And I'm not going to really probably bring it up again until I do have a diagnosis, if I get one. It's just, this has been one of the things I've been like dealing with in the background, trying to like, I guess, figure it out and see if like, I guess, like, come to terms with it or something. I don't know. It's weird. I did not think of a good way to end this segment, so we are going to talk about the next thing on my list, because if you didn't already know, this video is pretty long and I have quite a few things I wanted to officially put out there in the world about myself. So, I am non-binary. I prefer he/they, at least for the time being. It might change down the line, because I'm still kind of figuring out the whole non-binary thing. It's probably the newest thing I've had to like try to figure out about myself, mainly because gender is really confusing, and it's like I've never really felt that masculine, but also I've never really felt that feminine, so it's like trying to figure out if I'm non-binary or actually just trans is kind of really interesting. So come back to this video in like a year, or come back to my YouTube channel in like a year and see if I've changed again or something. I don't know exactly. But for now, I'm pretty sure non-binary is at least a pretty good term for where I am, at least at the moment. And with that, I would like to officially tell you guys, or more ask you guys, please call me Sky or Skylar. Please don't use my old name. Yeah. That's it, really. I think Sky sounds pretty nice for a new name, I guess. It's not really that new for you guys, because I've always kind of gone by Sky online, but now I'm actually asking to officially call me Sky rather than my other name. Or Skylar. Skylar's pretty cute too. Yeah, so I don't really have much more on that note. But yeah, so a couple more things after that. Probably the biggest one is I have come to terms with the fact that I am gay. It's taken me years to fully realize that, especially because of the way I was raised. And now that I'm not a Christian anymore, I am trying my absolute hardest to kind of catch up on like who I am, I suppose. And yeah, so the most unfortunate part about me being gay, I suppose, is that it means that Katie and I are going to be separating. Our relationship has kind of slowly become platonic over the course of like the last year and a half. Mainly because I was figuring out myself and seeing if like kind of coming to terms with myself being gay. And Katie also had her own reasons for us kind of slowly becoming more platonic in our relationship. But that is her story to tell, and it's not my place to give her explanation to things. But she is an awesome, kind, and very compassionate and considerate person. She and I plan on staying best friends and we still plan on being in each other's lives, even though we won't be married anymore. Yeah, so this video, it's been a long one in the making. Lots of emotions and like things and like crying, and it's really weird coming to terms with emotions because like I was raised as a guy, so obviously guys don't cry and stuff like that. But to be honest, I probably cried more this last year than I have my entire life. Because like emotions are weird. Let's be totally honest, guys. It's been definitely not an easy journey kind of coming to realization about all this. And like I am very, I can't think of the right word, I guess relieved that Katie has been so compassionate and so considerate over the last year and a half. And yeah, so I wish her well, and I know she's going through her own life struggles and things like that, so I really hope that she finds, I guess, happiness. And yeah. I guess the last thing on my big list here, I made a sticky note list, it's like that long. Normally I only have like a couple bullet points for my videos, but this one it's straight up just like a long thing because I didn't want to miss anything. I am not going to be quitting YouTube. I will have to kind of roll back how often I'm posting on YouTube, mainly because due to the separation and my income not being crazy consistent with YouTube, I am currently getting a second job as like a part-time position, mainly just so that I can have a consistent income in tandem with my YouTube income. So with that being said, I won't be stopping YouTube, but because I won't be able to put my entire effort into it 24/7, I will probably have a bit of a slower upload schedule, and it'll kind of be a bit more sporadic on when I upload on YouTube and TikTok and when I stream on Twitch and stuff like that. But I'm not going anywhere. I am still going to be making YouTube videos and stuff like that. It's just going to be a little bit different, and I might swear here or there. Fuck! Sorry. My bad. And yeah, I did want to say a huge thanks to all of my longtime fans and viewers. You guys really are the real MVPs. There's like a pretty decent amount of you that I see comment on nearly every video I post, and I really, really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And I just wanted to say thank you guys for sticking with me this whole time. Yeah. I hope to continue making more awesome Five Nights at Freddy's content, or When Fate Comes Knocking content, or maybe some new genre or something down the line. And yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.